Hey there, this is Ankur Malviya and welcome to another vlog from Automation Mentors. So in this lecture, I'm going to cover a very important topic about Git concepts. Git, Git is one of the important tool which plays a very significant role in day-to-day life of our automation tester. So I will be gonna to cover a series of lectures on the Git, but this first lecture is on the basic concepts from the Git. So there are different what we can say role in the Git concepts, but I will be going to cover the series by series, step by step, easy topics by taking easy topic how to use Git in the daily life. So today in this lecture I am going to create a fresh project on my IntelliJ IDE. Second, I'm going to push that project into a remote repository on GitHub. So for that, I'm not going to create a new repository on GitHub. Then I will do the push command from my terminal that I will show you how to do that, how to use the series of command like git add dot, git commit, git push, how to add the remote repository. I'm going to show you today. Okay, so definitely this will be very fun learning today. There will be I will try to make this lecture as easy possible. Okay, so and you can go to this blog page always. So in this blog page I have covered everything. This is the flow chart, how to use this. There are series of commands what are all useful in the day-to-day life of an automation tester. So there are a lot of commands, but there are only few commands which are useful. So let me explain this architecture first. So you can see this is working directory. Working directory is on our local system, I'm saying. So this is a working directory where we create our project, any build project like Maven, Java project, anything we are creating here. So it is in our local repository. So this is a staging area and this is a local repository. So from working directory to local repository means this is in our system only, everything. Okay, so when we create any fresh project, if we do git add dot, so it will add the changes into the staging area. After that, if we do the git commit with proper message -m and message part, so it will push that data or the project the changes to the local repository. So this is this local repository, what we can say, it is a final terminal from our local. After that, if we do git push, after adding that remote repository, proper repository with proper credential and all, if we do the git push origin or git push particular branch, so it will push our data to the remote repository. Remote repository, what I mean here, like the GitHub, GitLab, whatever remote repository you are using. If you are using Azure repository, so you can push your data to that particular repository. So that means whatever you have on your local system after this particular terminal, the same data you can see on the remote repository. The similar vice versa way, if the data is on remote repository, if you want to pull back to your local system, or whatever the changes has been made on the remote repository, or let's say different contributors are there, they made the changes and the push or merge their changes on the remote repository, and you want that data to on your system, you can always do git fetch, git clone, git pull. So these things will be there. So basically this is a higher level architecture. Basically local repository till local repository, every data will be there in your system, and remote repository is on the GitHub and GitLab. Okay, and both data basically git will produce, git will be cloning, or what we can say, it will be storing the data, both data local and remote repository on the system only. Okay, and when you do push and pull, it will communicate with the internet and send and take data from the internet. Okay, so these are all important commands: git initialize, init, git clone, git add. So these are all series of commands which are useful for a tester. So in this lecture I'm going to cover few commands which are mostly useful or what using by the automation tester. Okay, so without wasting any time, let me create a fresh project on IntelliJ. So I'm creating a IntelliJ. I'm opening my IntelliJ. So here I'm going to create a new project. test github git demo. Okay, so I want this time everything on my desktop, so I'm creating a git demo folder here. So this is my git demo folder. So there I want to create a Java project. Maven, anything is fine. Maven, OpenJDK, everything is fine. Okay, so I'm just creating a project here. So this is basically Maven project. No need to worry on the Maven project. I'm just, for this demo, I'm just taking a simple Java command. So let me delete from here this one to show you data properly. So basically, if you see, let me create a package here first. So now what I'm doing, I'm creating a simple Java class, and here I just wanted system.out.println. Okay, so this is simple command I'm just putting here, and let me run this. If I can run, so it is working fine. So now this is our data. If you go to this path, you can find this is on our desktop. So let me go to my desktop here from my terminal. So I'm gonna to go inside my git. Okay, git demo. So I'm inside that git demo. We can see these are all so I'm inside this git demo. So this is our test git, so we need to go inside that. So if you see here, these are all the files are there. So in this src we are having our code and all, so we do not need to go inside that. So we need to come inside that particular project folder working directory. Then here we need to, if we, this is a command git remote -v. So this command will show us if any remote repository is linked to our project or not. So here you can see there is no repository at this amount of time is linked with this particular project, so it is good for us. So we need to initialize a git repository. So we initialize the git repository. Again, if we do the git remote, we don't see anything, but we already initialized that one. So git status is a command from where we can find what all files are wherever the changes happen, it will show in the red. So these are all new files, and this red color is showing that there are the red color shows that the changes are there, or what we can say, it can be a new file that need to be add git.add, or we can use this src as well, that's not a problem. If you want to add a specific file, we can do like this. If we go and git status, we can see only one file has been added here. Okay, so instead of adding one by one, it is good if we do directly git add dot will give us all the files added in at one shot. So all these files has been added here right now. So the next step is, so this git add, like it will push your data to the stage. Now if you want your data to be commit and push into the local part, so now already we did the add, so staging area data will be there. Now we are doing git commit, so it will be, the data will be available after git commit on the local repository. So git repository git commit always following up with the commit messages. So this is my commit message. Okay, as soon as I hit this command, so my data is committed here. So now you can see this is a message and this is the commit number. Okay, if we do the git log, so here also you can see this is a commit message, this is a commit number, and our master branch. Now I have not given any branch name, so it automatically took master, but I'm going to change it to main branch, or whatever the name I wanted to put it, I will do. So our data is in the ahead. This is the first commit, and this is a ahead data, and this is author, and all everything is there. Okay, so let me do one thing. I'm going to create a branch here. So this is a command to create a branch. So now if we do git branch, so now you can see git main branch, or now if we do that and git log m, so we can see this is the name of that branch, main branch. Okay, so now this the data whatever we created on our id, like project we created on our id, now it is in our local repository, and it is now ready to push the remote repository. But if you want to push data to remote repository, what is a mandatory thing? Mandatory thing is we require a GitHub account. So let me create a GitHub account. Directly going so this is my GitHub account. So now here I am creating a testing demo GitHub. This is a remote repository name which I am creating, so I want that to be public. Okay, everything is fine. Creating a repository. So now Git is showing, GitHub is showing that these are all sequence of command you can use to push your data. So till here we already did, right? So what we need to do, we need to pass this command git remote add origin and the remote repository name. So now I'm going back to my terminal. Here I'm just putting it there, that one. Now that is fine. And after that, git push your origin. So it is better to copy from here, put it there, and now after that it will ask for my credential and all. So I'm just putting my credential, and for password, so here you can go to set settings, then you go to your developer setting. Now it is required to take tokens and all. Generate a new token. So I'm creating a new token. So remote, I'm going to check here, flow, write permission, wait and all. Okay, generate a token. So now I'm going to copy this token from here, put it there on my terminal. So now you can see I push my data to my GitHub repository. If we do git log here, you can find, so main and origin both are at the origin. Main means this is a remote repository, it is targeting to a remote repository. So main and origin both are at the same commit, or what we can say, data is available on the both the repository is same, local and remote. Okay, now let me refresh the page or directly go to my repository here. So here you can see this is a remote repository which I just pushed 3 minutes ago, and the changes which I made it there, it will be, you can available here, you can see here. Okay, so data is here. So let me do one thing, let me make a changes here. So I'm just changing here from GitHub. Okay, so this is a commit, I'm just putting it commit. Now I'm going back to my terminal, and here still I don't see any like changes here, because I didn't fetch the data from the GitHub. So if I do the fetch, and if I do git log, so now you can see it is showing that there is another commit happened on the remote repository. Okay, and if we see the git diff main, git diff origin main, so now you can see there is one line has been added there on the main. So what we need to do, we need to go to our branch. So we are on the main branch, and we need to git pull. So whenever with the same branch, main to main, branch to branch, if you want to if you want that data to be same on your local as well, what you need to do, After fetch it is better to use only pull. You can use origin as well, but no, not required here. If you pull here, now if you do git log, you will see now main and origin both are same. If you go to your uh, id, you can see the changes happened here. Now you can see it automatically fetch here, okay, from the github. So I hope this help you to understand how you can push and pull the data from your local to remote and remote to local. So in the upcoming lecture, in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to create a new branch, how to make changes from that new branch, push into push into remote repository, and to create PR pull request from the GitHub repository, and how, if any conflict will be there, how an admin can merge that conflict, resolve that conflict. So that I'm going to show you in the next lecture. If you like my lecture, please comment to my uh, you know this particular in this particular lecture, so that it will help me to understand whether my lecture is valuable to you or not. Thank you.